A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards, as always, to all the existing ones. I hope everyone is doing well. And I was guided to do an audio on a rather important topic, which is about the three tests that we are faced with while we are on the twin flame path. And before I start the audio, I want you to take a look at the screen because there's a picture there how two physical bodies are connected at the heart space through an invisible cord. Now, I'm saying this right now because as we move forward, I'm going to be giving you a reference around this picture, okay? And as always, I'm absolutely blessed and honored to be a twin flame, and thank you to all those people who continue to listen to me and to connect with me for readings, because every time I offer a discount I get flooded with readings, and I don't do more than 3 readings in a day because that's a very draining process and a long process. So sometimes what happens is that in one day I get 6 to 10 readings, and sometimes it so happens that there are 2 emergency readings that come up, so I have to do them on priority. And therefore, during periods of discount promotions, I request people to kindly be a little bit more patient because the waiting period can get a little more delayed, not by too many days, but instead of 5 days you might have to wait for like 1 week or 10 days. And therefore, please be mindful of that when you connect with me. And all the details are, I have already stated all this on my website. So now, that's it. I just want to dive in straight to the audio message. And by the way, today at around 4:44, I was woken up. I saw the time and I woke up with this message that I have to create a healing grid for all the subscribers, and I have to post it in the community section. And I've never had this kind of a message before, and I always just do what my guides tell me to do. So I guess I know what I have to do. What I will be doing is I'll be creating an abundance and healing grid for all those who follow me, subscribe to me, and anyone guided to look at it can view it in the community section, which I will be posting in a few days, either today or tomorrow or within the next 2 to 3 days. I obviously have to be in a very grounded and peaceful state, because whether I do readings or I share any kind of update, it comes from a place of unconditional love and lots of peace, because that's when any light worker can channel the energies in the right state. And the idea behind creating this grid would be that just by looking at it and observing it for a few minutes, you will be able to manifest the energies of abundance and healing in your energy field wherever you are in the world, okay? And I think that's pretty awesome. Actually, I'm very excited to create this, so I hope someone benefits from it. And I have no clue what I'm going to be creating or how I'm going to be making, but I will just purely follow my guidance and try and create something wonderful for you. So coming back to the message now, a lot of people get disillusioned or tired of the wait. They wonder how much more healing is needed, or that I have healed so much but I'm not in union. One of the reasons why people get disillusioned or they back off and often sometimes start bad mouthing the journey or the process or their masculine is either because they were looking at this twin flame connection wearing rose colored glasses, or they have been refusing to see their own healing, like someone who is in absolute denial, hence only focusing upon the burdens, the difficulties, the loneliness, instead of working on their own healing. And therefore they end up giving excuses after a point to avoid facing their pain at all costs. And therefore months pass, years pass, and you are still stuck with no results. So what truly makes this twin flame journey remarkable and rewarding is how you choose to view it and how you choose to lead your life through your dedicated actions, thoughts, behaviors. And obviously it's not something that happens in a day or in a few weeks. But what we are going to be looking at now are certain important points and the 3 tests on your twin flame path that will keep on repeating till you don't learn what it's trying to teach you, and most importantly, till you haven't confronted them head on. Whether that happens immediately or it happens after you have repeated certain cycles of heartbreak and unrequited love, that depends from individual to individual. But what is important is that you will keep on repeating certain lessons, especially if you are a twin flame, till you haven't learned to master your own insecurities and inhibitions and whatever it is that holds you back in life. If you ever wonder why you have been stuck on your twin flame path, or some women say that why is it that I consciously or unconsciously attract assholes in my life? Pardon the language, but obviously that's a fact, right? I mean, there are so many people out there who jump into relationships only to find out that the guy is an absolute asshole. Someone who does not respect them, someone who does not give them the love and respect that they deserve. So a point comes when you end up asking these questions, that why are all my relationships turning out to be a certain way? Of course, I would love for everyone to have so much love in their lives, and someone who truly, loves you, adores you, respects you for who you are. But one of the things that you have to understand is that if you have been consciously or unconsciously attracting unfaithful partners, or someone who's only using and abusing you and then vanishing, then the first primary reason for that is because they obviously had to be in your life to serve a purpose or to teach you certain lessons around boundary setting and how to truly embody the power of self-love. And secondly, and most importantly, such people come in your life because the energy of karmics is often rooted in fear, lust, and addictions. So they are incapable of offering anything but unconditional love, because that's a concept which is absolutely alien to them. So what happens is, when you think and when you act and when you are constantly speaking from a place of lower emotions, you will always attract more of such people towards you and in your life, who will only end up disrespecting you, abandoning you, and at times making you question your own sanity. And now this is what makes a twin flame bond so rare and so unique. It is rare because twins, real twin flames, do not resonate with such low vibrational energies. This is why we'll often have cases of real twins being born in dysfunctional families, or real twin flames facing extremely challenging situations, perhaps from their early childhood. Because as twins, we are the light bearers. We are meant to be leaders and spiritual teachers, and most importantly, it is our divine destiny to break away from those dysfunctions that exist within our families and within society, so that we not only heal and confront our own issues and messes of life, but by healing, by confronting those aspects that we have faced in our lives, we teach others that they are also capable of doing the same, and therefore sharing our light, sharing our gifts with others. And that's why we say that you cannot pour from an empty cup, because in order for me, or in order for any of you to be that source of light to someone, we have to first sort all those factors within our own lives that require healing or that require attention. And there is nothing wrong in admitting or accepting a fact that one can have someone's life can be an absolute mess, because we are all human, and the purpose of coming on earth at this time was to evolve from these messes. And therefore, trust me, as painful as it may seem, once you truly understand, it is all about our way of looking at things. If you will keep on focusing upon the problems and how difficult life is, forget, I'm not even speaking about the twin flame journey, then it will only end up becoming more and more tough and more difficult for you. Instead, when we start taking active steps, whether it happens in 3 years or it happens in 3 months, it is that effort towards our self growth and evolution on this path which is absolutely critical, and which is what makes all the difference. After coming in contact with our real twin, this twin flame path, despite its challenges, it acts as the doorway to our rapid acceleration and an awakening to our true, divine, and authentic self. Some twins instantly awaken to this divinity and start working on their mission, while others awaken slowly. But what truly matters is not the speed, but the intention and the work that you're putting in. So never be discouraged if you are faced with certain challenges, because trust me, this is a very, very natural part of the process, and it's only making us very strong and perhaps pushing us to think of creative ways to come out of that problem. Real twin flames are bound to grow and break free from the shackles of their limiting beliefs, instead of sitting there and bad-mouthing their twin or this journey. And the reason I state this is simply because many a times, I have read this on different platforms, and sometimes in the comments in my own, under certain, like there are some audios that get really heavy and deep and meaningful, and that's when people who have been struggling, they end up writing such comments that I have done so much inner work, but I haven't forgotten my twin, or I have done so much healing, but damn, it's such a pain in the ass, or I have done so much healing, but my twin hasn't contacted me. And all these statements are a proof of nothing but desperation and control. Now my request to you is, and I really want to say this to you with all my heart, that no one is asking you to forget your twin. No one is asking you to act like they don't exist, because it is impossible to forget one's twin or to throw them out of your life. And this is where I bring that picture reference back, that picture that you can see on screen. It doesn't matter where in the world we are living. You could be living in Mexico while your twin could be living in, India. I don't care which part of the world. But despite the physical distance, there is this little cord that connects both of you from the heart space. And therefore, you could say that, I have not heard from my twin in 2 years or in 10 years. But this connection is so strong that spiritually, energetically, you are very much connected. And it is impossible to cut cords or to forget one's twin. However, the purpose of true surrender, or when we say surrender to the connection or let go, it simply means that you have to stop chasing them or stalking them or constantly obsessing about them in a way that energetically it poses blocks to your own growth. This is why people get so frustrated or triggered, because they have just jumped on without realizing what truly this journey is all about. To them, twin flame healing or inner work means dabbling with some spiritual terms, watching videos, doing it with so much aggression and fear just to have their twin back. So the entire focus is around, I'm healing like I'm doing someone a favor, and by doing this, my twin will come back. And I'm sorry, this journey is not about owning or possessing your twin back. It's about doing deep soul work and asking yourself who you truly are, what your hurts have been, and how are you going to resolve them, so that all this love and respect that you have been seeking from different people outside of you, you find that love and respect inside of you first. And when you get to that stage, when so much healing has occurred that you don't require any kind of validation from anyone, that's when the magic begins. But to see that magic, it really takes a lot of dedication, persistence, practice, and a 360-degree change in the way our mind and our subconscious is tuned into leading the life ahead, the kind of life that we really want. So trust me, this journey is so beautiful that it blesses you beyond your imagination. But you really have to respect yourself enough, respect your twin and this path in order to see the blessings unfold. Until you get to this state, you will be facing 3 tests on this path, back to back, back to back. And what exactly are they? So on the twin flame journey, time and again, we will be faced with the test of faith, the test of temptation, and the test of healing. So let us see what each one is and how we can successfully pass each of these tests, so that they don't feel like a test anymore, but they just become a way of living for us. So the first test, which is the test of faith, it comes about in your life that you might have zero contact with your twin, but you are constantly seeing signs, numbers, or you're doing something and suddenly your twin's name flashes and it just shocks you. Or you meet someone who shares the same birthday as your twin, and sometimes even their name is the same as their twin. Or there is, let's say, a family pressure to get married by a certain age. And when all this is happening, you tell yourself that, damn, I'm trying to move on with my life and I'm trying to do all these constructive things, and yet these signs and synchronities, they don't seem to stop. And some people, they get really flustered and very, very triggered by all of this. So I just want you to relax. This is your test of faith. These signs are nothing but, or these numbers that you see, this is happening to let you know that this is indeed a divine connection. Until the time you're in separation, and sometimes even after you are united with your twin, these signs and reminders just continue, because it's the universe trying to tell you that you need to kind of strengthen your faith in this bond, in your love, in your own self, and be absolutely comfortable with the fact that time and again you are going to see these signs that remind you of your twin, and vice versa. Your twin is also seeing all these signs, by the way. So both the people, and trust me, the day you actually meet your twin, he or she is going to tell you that while they were in separation, even they saw so many reminders of you. So this is how the idea or the beauty about inner work, or letting someone go and not having so much bitterness in your heart that I'm left alone, is this, that it is first and foremost to inculcate your faith within yourself, within this connection, and that the fact that you are supported by divine at all times. And if you pass this test of faith, you see that you end up actually finding so much peace and joy within. Then you will see, let's say, an animal spirit coming constantly to you, and you will actually be able to decipher what that message means for you, instead of getting hassled by it. So that is your test of faith, that lots of things will happen, lots of ups and downs will occur, You will feel that there is zero contact with your twin, or that they have blocked you in your physical reality, but despite that you are seeing so many reminders. So it's nothing but building your faith that don't worry, keep going, this is indeed a strong connection. And the same happens for your divine counterpart also. So while you might be chasing them and they might be running from you, they also are made to realize the same thing, that I'm running away from this person, but these connections don't leave me. And that's how they come to realize that yes, this is truly something very special and I can't run from it. The second test is the test of temptation. So while you have this physical separation going on, there is no doubt about the fact that there are these zillions of dating apps, there are so many addictions, and what makes it worse is the kind of creepy people in your life, so-called disguised as friends, who give you the wrong advice, who take you in the wrong direction, who force you to have these addictions and these, one night stands and whatever. Of course, I'm not judging anyone here, but what I'm trying to tell you is that there will always be people who will probably pass nasty remarks or say things like, oh, you're so boring, you need to get laid and get a life, and so on and so forth. And that is again a test of your faith and a test of your temptation. Are you going to give in to these temptations? Or are you so in love with your twin or perhaps your path that it is this path that matters more to you rather than these lousy addictions, which will again lower your vibration? So are you going to listen to those creepy people who are pulling you into the wrong paths? Or are you going to use your own mind and your own judgment? Because at the end of the day, the third test, which is the test of healing, is this: that are you going to keep on repeating certain mistakes? Are you going to keep on repeating certain patterns? Sometimes when the masculine twin contacts, would you repeat the same mistakes that you made that pulled you away from one another? Or are you going to learn from the past and you both are going to act from a place of compassion and heart space and be balanced and chilled about, and rather enjoy being together and put the past behind? This is what your test of healing is all about. And how do you pass these tests? You pass these tests through acceptance, by going inwards, by doing your soul searching and asking yourself, how do I feel? Remember, your higher self is always guiding you. And therefore, it is important that when you realize that you are a twin flame, or whether you are even doubtful whether you're a twin flame or not, what matters is that you decide. You do, take some time, do your soul searching and ask yourself, what do I desire from my life? How would my life be if I was not bogged down by these challenges? What would I do? What would I look like? What would I feel like? What kind of life would I live? And what is the kind of life that I desire for myself? First, myself. Keep your twin aside for a while, because this journey is all about your healing, and healing from within, not with 10 conditions, or not because you want to see your twin. That will happen automatically once you have attained full control of your physical, mental and emotional body and found stability within. So chalk out a plan, desire what you want from life, how you want your life to look like, what are the challenges you're facing, how are you going to come out of it. Chalk out a plan and then go about manifesting it. Stop harping about the fact that you will die alone, or that you're growing old, or you won't find someone, or I will only keep on attracting losers. These are all limiting beliefs. Start doing exercises that are shifting your energy vibration from low to high. And I think I will be doing a separate post probably in the community section, or a separate audio, because that is again something very lengthy and I don't want the message to get too long. But start researching on self help, start researching on how to shift your energy vibrations, and most importantly, how to work on your limiting beliefs. And then actually do the work every single day. It doesn't matter whether you devote half an hour or 1 hour every day, but do it. And in these stressful times, it is very important to keep your energy fields clear, especially if you're visiting someone in the hospital or someone has passed away, and it's that energy of loss and grief around you. Obsidian and selenite crystals would be amazing at this time. Cleansing your whole body and energy field at this time is very important, whether you do that by salt water baths, or you do it with any one grounding technique that is favorite of yours. I mean, just do something to keep your energy field clear. Every night before sleeping, make sure that you have either meditated for 5 minutes or just cleansed your energy field. That is very important. And trust me, the next time you say that, why did I attract a loser, you have attracted an unhealed aspect within you. As harsh as that may sound, unfortunately, but that's okay. If you want to manifest a high value man or woman, first shift your inner frequency and develop so much self-love that you grow from within and glow from within. This means having a total turn around in the way you think, act, and feel about yourself, a total recalibration of the subconscious. And we are in a period right now wherein if you keep telling yourself, I'll never find anyone, well, then you won't find anyone. So after all these years, if you still don't understand what inner union is, or that why you have been stuck in a rut, then either you're not a twin flame or you are in absolute denial. And if you refuse to change, then trust me, even with the best guidance, no one will be able to assist you. A contact from your twin might occur, but by no means is that an indication that you will get married to them. And this is what is a test of your healing, to see how you both react when you're together. And the bottom line of this entire message is that the lessons will keep on repeating till you don't learn what they're trying to teach you. And each person's lesson can be different, by the way. We all have to master different lessons, but get comfortable with the idea that all throughout your life, whether you are 25 years old or you are 49 years old, all throughout your life, you will keep on seeing different signs and synchronities. And it should get to the state that you don't feel uncomfortable or restless or anxious by it, and it should just become a part and parcel of your life. Stop reacting and start responding. Find a sense of inner calm, and trust me, these things no one is going to tell you. It's very easy to paint rosy pictures, but that's not how this journey works. So if you're not willing to face your shadow aspect, you will in some way or the other keep feeling challenged by circumstances. And I want you to come out of the challenges and not feel like you are helpless, because you're not. You're all very powerful and wise beings of light. So please utilize your time, your education, and this twin flame knowledge to the best of your ability, and I'm sure you'll be able to come out of it. Okay, I hope this made sense to someone out here, and I send you much love and strength on your path, and I hope that you find so much success in everything that you do. So, on that note, I end my message, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Take care, guys, and all my details are on the website. Lots of love. Bye.